Hello, I'm AJ with Hartfiel Automation. Controls engineer here, and I'm with.
I'm Wyatt, the intern.
And today we're going to be setting up a SICK PLOC2D camera, showing you from start to finish how to get it set up on your ABB robot.
All right, so today we're going to be going over setting up a job or just setting up the SICK sensor in general for the PLOC2D software. And so when you're first setting it up on your robotic arm or whatever you're using, you get to the installation page. Now that will allow you to show an aiming laser that shows where the camera is pointing at. You can adjust the camera focus, so depending on how far away or how close your object is to your camera, it can adjust the focus for you. But we'll keep it down on the work plane we're working with for now, so no need to worry about all that. And then the first real step once you get your camera set up is going to be the calibration. And this is a super simple thing. We have a set of 11 preset poses that our camera runs to and takes photos of that board you just saw to basically tell it where it is in space and what an object will look like from different angles. So on the tablet I have here, the FlexPendant tablet for the robotic arm, I'm going to click the run sequence button, which will basically just run us through all those poses that we have preset. If you don't have any preset poses, you can also go to these poses manually with the jog function on the ABB arm or whatever you're using, and then click this acquire button for however many images you'd like. This function is going to try and take 11 photos. It doesn't always accept all 11 photos, but even with only 8 accepted, this program typically gets to around 70 to 80% coverage, which we have found to be more than enough for pretty much all the uses we've found for it. Fortunately, we've never been able to make it to 100%, but I don't think that is completely necessary for most applications. All right, calibration successful. You can see it only accepted 10 out of the 11 images we took, but we still hit an 85% coverage, which is more than enough to perform the pick and place functions we need the ABB arm to do. And so now that our job has been calibrated, we're going to move on to alignment, which you will see on the FlexPendant tablet screen that should show up in a second. All right, now that that work plane is aligned, we're able to create a job. And so we've already created 9 jobs in the past, so we are going to create a new job with job 10. First thing you got to do is select a work plane you'd like that to happen on. We're going to select work plane 1, as that was the desk you saw the screen with all those dots sitting on earlier. So the next step of the creating a job is going to be to acquire an image. So you can't see this right now, but I'm moving the arm to the reference pose where we acquire all our images from. And all you got to do is press acquire. Now you can see the image the sensor just took. And the only thing you need to do to complete your job is highlight that little area with whatever object you'd like your, in this case, arm to pick up. And so, as you can see, it took 2 clicks, and the SICK software has found all the edges of said objects. If you'd like to set up a clearance, because there's you're worried about stuff getting too close together, don't want to jam your arm into it and break it, you can set up a gripper clearance so it'll only go and grab an object if there's nothing sitting around it. And so, as you can see, just draw those in, and it creates nice little rectangular clearances for the gripper you have. Another thing is if you're worried about other objects being in the photo that you don't want to go grab, you can set clearance zones. So if you don't want to grab it on the bottom, don't want to grab it on the top, all you got to do is just draw them in. If instead you want, instead of adding, you just want to erase, simple as, they just have an eraser function right here. Go in and erase them. One last part about setting up a job is going to be the part reference point. Now this tells you, or tells the arm in our case, where the object is. So you're going to set it up just right in the middle of your object. And if your object is slightly off kilter, you're going to be able to use this rotation thing at the top to alter the axis of your work object so that the arm will know where it's tilted when it finds it. Now we're over on Tim's computer. We're going to set up the work plane. So first we're going to go to the PLOC2D software here on the FlexPendant. Once you're here, just go to this up top. We're going to be in the work plane section. Then all you got to do to define your work plane is select which one you'd like. We can select 3. And we're going to hit define work plane. Simple as that. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to go through and run a little job we created earlier. Let's hit play on that on ABB Studio. As you can see, it's looking for a difference between the H's and the squares we've created, as well as some other random stuff in there that it shouldn't be picking up in theory. Finding those H's first, no problem. Goes and grabs them. So you can see that exclusion zone makes it so that if 2 cubes are too close together, it's not going to go and grab them. As well as that you can see the blues when it takes the first photo, making sure that the gripper has enough clearance to go down and grab it. So now that all the H's are gone, it should start to look for the second one. There you can see it sees it. Still ignoring that weird little piece out there, and then I guess you can't see it. All right, yeah, you can. We got another camera angle. You can see it go and place it in the tray, which is now found. All right, that was a little preview of it running the job.